Hello. Sorry to intrude. Can we just say hello and meet you? We're doing a series of documentaries for Front Up, meeting people, little personal glimpses into their lives.
Yeah.
You look very happy and relaxed and comfortable. You had a Sunday lunch?
Had a Sunday lunch down at the street cafe, and yes, we're very old friends.
Are you?
Been
We were just talking about it. Actually, we go back 32 years.
Yes.
32 years as friends.
We were married 32 years ago, or no, maybe 30 years ago.
Yeah, and divorced about, what, 26
about 5 years later.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we were married for 5 years, yes.
And have you kept your friendship continuing since your divorce?
Well, I live in Sydney, and Ros lives here in Melbourne, but we talk a couple of times a year.
Probably only about twice a year on the phone. Yeah,
And you get to see each other occasionally?
once in a blue moon, really.
Every now and again. And this is one of those occasions, and we're loving it.
Yeah, very nice.
A safe and comfortable old friendship.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
She's gorgeous, isn't she? Don't you think she's wonderful? I was just saying how terrific she looks.
And this is what you said 32 years ago.
I think I probably did, actually. Nothing much has changed.
You're still friends, you like each other.
Yes.
What happened? Why did the relationship, why did you divorce?
We were very young. I mean, we were
Got
21.
married too young, 21. In your 20s, you change a lot in that decade, I think more than any other decade. So we went our separate ways, and Louis now happily married, and he's got 4 children. I have no children, so you see there was a big conflict there. We're very different people. So yeah, we just wanted to lead very different lives.
Yes. But you still like each other as people, as human beings.
There was always a good friendship there, wasn't there?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But it's terrific to have that continuity in your life. Someone you knew that long ago is still around, and you have a history, and you can not see each other for a long time, get together, and there's a lot to talk about.
Yes. Were the 5 years happy 5 years?
Pretty much. I thought they were.
Well, I think they were happy, but at 21, in your early 20s, there's so much you want to know about life and the world, and you can give each other so much, and then outside of that, there are things that you want to explore independently. And
I think actually at that age, I really wanted you to provide everything for me, so I think I put too much pressure on you to supply all my needs. And
you have a very romantic, idealistic view of marriage and life at that stage, but gee, I don't regret it. I think it was a terrific experience, and we didn't have any kids, so there were no real complications in terms of the separation.
Was it amicable? Did you sort of both agree that you had to part?
Sort of.
It was like all 20-year-olds, you sort of do things without ever really discussing them, but you know that that in the doing of them, that's what you both want. But we never really had a rational conversation about splitting up, particularly, did we?
Didn't you?
I don't know, or did we?
No, we did.
Did we?
We went out to a party, I think, on the night that we were splitting up, and we were telling everyone, "Oh, we're splitting up," and they thought, "Oh, do you remember that?"
No, not at all.
How does your wife take this relationship?
Oh, I think she's probably a bit nervous about it. I mean, only in the sense that I'm down here on my own. And
He's working down here at the moment.
She's at home with the responsibility for the children. And if I was in her situation and knowing that she was going to a city on her own, I'd be a little bit nervous about it. And she's a little bit apprehensive. She says, "Oh, I mean, it's terrific you're having lunch with Ros, and that's great because you don't want to be by yourself." But of course, she would be a little anxious about it, and why not? Why not? I think there's an intellectual understanding there, but there's always an emotional anxiety about it. You can rationalise it, but you still would. I think she's probably a little nervous.
Yes. Ros,
I'm a little nervous about leaving her on her own, too, I must say.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Are you married again?
No, I'm living with someone at the moment. But
You have a relationship, a
Yes,
partner?
yes.
Is he nervous?
No, I don't. I'll have to find out when I get home if he wants. He didn't show any sign. He had other things to do today anyway, so it wasn't a problem. But that's a fairly new relationship, so we're sort of feeling our way at the moment.
Right.
Yeah.
Can I ask what you both do?
You can.
You can.
What do you do, Ros?
I do administration work. I'm working at a college at the moment.
Administration work
Yes.
of what kind? Do you like it?
Well, It's not bad. It's the Australian College of Hair Design and Beauty, so it's all girly stuff.
And you, Lou?
I'm a cinematographer, and I'm down here to do a program for the ABC. Bit of a plug for the ABC.
Has your work changed over the years, do you think?
In what sense?
Well, has it, the way that you think of and the way that you work as a cinematographer, has it changed? Has it become something other than it was when you started? Are there different things you want to do with it?
Well, I think all creative effort becomes an extension of your personality, and I've matured. So, I mean, I would like to think that my work has, and as a result has improved, but it's probably more for others to say than for me. I'm pretty unhappy with just about everything I've done.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, so, I mean, that... the next project's always going to be the best one.
Yeah.
You know?
Is that because you can see how you could have done it better?
Yes,
Yeah.
in a sense, yes. And I think my work's been a bit self-conscious, so I'm hoping one day to be able to transcend all of that and just do, you know, good, clean work, and that's the aim.
Right. And what is the immediate future hold for the two of you this afternoon? The very immediate future. You finished lunch?
Finished lunch.
We're just trying to
going
walk
for
it
a
off,
stroll and going our separate ways for dinner. You're going to cook spaghetti, and I don't know what I'm. Is it pasta or something?
Pasta for me tonight. And,
yes, I don't know what I'm doing.
Where are you
tonight.
going to do this?
Well, I'll do it in my accommodation in South Yarra.
Oh, I see.
Yes, and I'm going home to Hawthorn.
And do you know when you're going to see each other again?
Well, we're going to have a meal again probably in the new year. Ros is going to get a kitchen table, so she
Yes.
can invite a few people over and have
A
dinner
dining
together.
room table. I'm without a dining room table at the moment. So when I've got a dining room table, I'll be having people over for dinner.
Your partner and Lou haven't met, have they?
No.
So maybe in January.
Yes.
Can you tell us about your earrings before we leave you?
What have I got on? Oh,
Got long silver things on.
they were a gift.
Just have a closer look. I can't quite tell. Is it a flower? Yes, it's a long
Yes,
flower.
I think it's like a
Not
lily
from
or
Lou.
something. Not from Louis. No.
No.
These bangles were from Louis on my 21st birthday. Do you remember?
Yes, I recognise them.
Many years ago.
Did you put them on specially, or was it an
No,
accident?
actually, they've been in a drawer for a long, long time. But I suppose the last 12 months, you know, things come and go from fashion, and I've been wearing them again.
It's a good job you wore them today.
Yes, exactly. Actually, when I put them on, I did think, oh, I don't know if he'll remember that he gave them to me, but he did.
Oh, no, I remember them. They're very vivid in my memory.
Hi. I'm always curious, for obvious reasons, why people shave their heads. Can I ask you that really personal question, why you shaved your head?
Well, because God does the top and I like to even it out.
You like to even it up.
Yeah,
Did he start doing it for you?
he did.
So what was the trigger? Was there a trigger? Was there a moment that you said, okay, now I'm going to take it all off?
No, I don't think there was. It was just to even it out and have an even look.
What happened? Tell me. Go through it. The moment, the day it happened. What?
The day
today?
that it happened.
Did you lead up and say, I'm going to do it tomorrow?
It was so long ago. I was about
Really?
16. What is this for?
A program called Front Up on SBS. It's a
Yeah.
documentary series about people.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, what happened was there was a long razor that I had, and it cut it to about that length.
Yes.
And then each time it started getting shorter and shorter, and then I broke the razor and just got the blade out and just took it all off.
Did you tell anybody?
Did I tell anybody? It was pretty visible. So
No, before you did it.
No.
You just
no.
decided to do it there and then.
Yep.
And you've had it ever since?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's been about 8 years, 9 years.
Yeah. No regrets?
No.
Do you ever wonder what it would be like if you grew your hair?
Where is she? I've got hers to play with, so I don't need.
You've got
I
hers
don't
to
need
play
it.
with.
Yeah.
You don't put wigs on or anything just to have a look.
Not lately, no.
But you have.
Not since I've been with her, anyway.
Good morning. We're from SBS Television. My name's Andrew. We do a series of documentaries.
Right.
We meet people around Australia. We happen to be in Huonville.
All right.
And we happen to be meeting you.
Right.
Can we talk to you for a second?
If you like.
Are you local?
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
You've always lived here?
No, I've lived here for 12 years.
12 years. What brought you to Huonville?
Well, I live at Franklin, and
Yes.
it's very beautiful.
You just like the scenery? Yeah. Did you come here in any kind of work capacity?
I farm
A farm? Of what kind?
sheep and cattle.
Sheep and cattle? Nearby? And you're still on it and run it?
Yes.
It would seem, for someone who doesn't know anything about it, like me, it would seem a lot of hard work.
Well, I didn't know anything about it when I started.
Didn't you?
No, I just had to do it.
What made you do that?
I just had to.
You had to? But you felt compelled to?
Yes.
Did you?
Yes.
Did you, before that, had you lived on a farm?
No.
Where had you lived? What sort of,
I come from Sydney.
from Sydney?
Yeah.
Big change.
Yeah. Yeah.
What made you change?
I had to.
You had to. You were driven.
Yes.
Nothing happened. There wasn't some event that made you.
No, it was just something I wanted to do.
You had to go and do it. And you're happy doing it.
Yes.
I just wondered whether it was something that you'd meant to do before.
Yes, I did mean to do it once before, and it was not the right time.
And how did you start? Did you just buy a farm and then start buying the sheep and cattle? Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
And is it economical? I mean, is it a business?
Yes. Yeah.
So what do you sell?
I sell wool and lambs and cattle.
So-
and, rams. I breed rams for breeding.
Do you use any of the materials yourself? I mean, is it a self-sufficient kind of farm?
Not really. That's a very hard life, self-sufficiency.
So you get shearers to come and shear the sheep at the appropriate
Yeah.
time?
Yes, but I hoof and drench and inoculate and do all that.
Yeah? So it's a pretty active physical...
Yeah.
Is there another side, like at the end of the day, is there some... Do you just crash? Or do you do something else?
I spin occasionally. I enjoy housework and I love gardening.
You have a
All
garden as well?
Yeah. Yeah, all of those things.
Do you think, I mean, a lot of people who live in Sydney who dream of doing this and don't actually do it would think that you've found nirvana, some kind of utopia. Is it like that for you?
It is if you don't mind working 7 days a week.
Yeah. But you feel that it's really special
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
enjoy the fruits of your decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's lovely.
Windsor Farm is the name of your farm, and it's about, what, 8 kilometres from here?
Yeah.
And you're going to let us come and have a look at it?
If you'd like, yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right, see you there.
All
Thank
right.
you. Tell us a bit about the house itself.
Well, it was built, I think, in 1848, but in 3 stages. But not by Lord and Lady Franklin. They sold the land to a doctor who was warden of the area, and he built the house. But it was very dilapidated when I bought it.
Was it?
And just slowly but surely I've done it up.
What's your favourite part of the house?
Favourite? That depends on my mood.
Does it? What is it? What is your mood today?
Pretty happy, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So where would you spend today?
Oh, today probably in the back garden.
Yes, that was pretty good.
Yes. Later on I'm going up the hill to work.
When you were living in Sydney, you didn't have to do any of this, did you? Did you?
No, I lived in a townhouse and a fella came and mowed the lawns and I had a little garden and
Yes.
but it's something I've always loved.
Yes. And tell us a bit about your life in Sydney. What were you doing? And
Initially, I suppose, I was a wine consultant, and then I took up painting and opened a gallery for a few years. Then I came down here.
have you ever been married or had a
Once upon a time.
with family?
Yes.
And children have grown up and
Grown up and doing their own thing.
have they been here?
Yes,
What do they think?
they liked it.
Yeah, they think you're pretty terrific having done it, I suspect.
Oh, they didn't say that, but yes, they enjoyed
Got that
it.
impression.
Yeah.
And is your husband still in touch? Do you ever see him?
Oh, goodness, no.
No.
Not after 30 years.
30 years, is it?
Yes.
What can you show us about the house inside? Is there any part that we can have a look at?
Yes, I suppose so.
I mean, anything that you've done that, as an example of how you've...
Well, I just suppose I've just restored it, really.
Nothing Like, do you paint still?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't mean paint the house. I meant, do you
Yeah.
still paint as well? Have you hung your paintings?
I have a couple that I couldn't sell.
That's what I was actually hoping that you'd show us.
Oh, right. Well, I can do that.
Can
if
you?
like.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Okay. You lead the way. Is that one of your paintings?
Yes. It's a method called veiling.
Called
Veiling?
veiling. How is that applied?
Just using tinted washes and putting them where you want, and as colour overlaps and interweaves, it creates form. So I never know what I'm going to paint. It took 6 months. There's about 3,000 washes in it.
Good Lord. It's very, very, I mean, the complexity of it is, you know, if you look at it, you realise how complex it is.
And the form just comes out as you work.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning, evening,
Morning.
afternoon? Well, I don't know what time of day it is. It's just gone noon. Are you working? Are you
Yeah.
on the way to work?
No, on the way to the bank from work.
On the way to the bank from work, depositing all the money you've made?
All the money we've made. We've had a good week.
Yeah? What do you do?
Run the Palace Independent Cinema Cairns, just up the road here.
Right.
Get the plug in.
You've had a good week.
Yes, we had a good week. We've got the Sydney Travelling Film Festival up here at the moment.
Right. Is it your business?
It is.
It is?
It is. Myself and my wife, we do everything.
Everything?
So, everything, from cleaning toilets to showing the film to going to the bank.
And what's the best part of everything? Which of the chores do you like best?
Oh, actually standing at the door saying goodbye to everyone and seeing the smiles on their faces and that they've enjoyed themselves.
Yeah?
That's the best bit. It's what I've done all my life since
Yeah.
I was a child.
Yeah.
Earliest memories of being in the cinema,
Really?
from opening the curtains to doing odd jobs around the place, and now I've got my own place.
What's your very first recollection of a cinema?
Falling in the ice cream tub. Trying to help my auntie get out the ice creams and I fell in the freezer. So that and dragging the curtain open because the motors wouldn't work.
So you've done everything in a cinema now?
Yeah, just about.
Yeah.
Just about.
And you see yourself running it for a bit longer? For
Yeah, I
many
hope
more
so.
years?
Oh, I'd like to retire in 10 years, but
Yeah.
I don't think there's a chance of that. But
And
I
it's
can
just
live
the
with
one
it.
cinema?
Yeah, just the
Yeah.
one cinema. We have big plans to twin, but again, depends how we go. We've only been running it 18 months now, so but touch wood, we're doing well.
How long have you been married?
2 years now.
Were you in the business when you got married?
No,
You-
it was
oh,
a
that's
couple
right.
of months after we got married. We got permission to take over and open up. What we do is we're both downstairs when everyone's coming in. I do the candy, she does the
Yes.
box office.
Yeah.
Then I open the doors and Kim does candy and box office.
Yes.
Then I close the doors, put up the sign, please wait. I run upstairs, start the film, come downstairs, quick candy bar, and then back to the doors.
Uh-huh.
And then hope nothing goes wrong upstairs while I'm downstairs.
Could we come and have a look at the cinema
Yeah.
when you've done the banking?
Yeah, I'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Where's the cinema?
You just go up here. You can
Yep.
just see the sign from here, this side of the Photo Express.
Yes.
Palace Independent. It's got
Yep.
a narrow entrance. Go
Right.
upstairs.
Okay.
My wife's in the office. Just pop in and say
We'll
hello.
wait. No, we'll wait until
Okay.
you come back and you can take us in. All right.
No worries.
So this is your palace here.
Yeah.
All right. Show us
It
around.
was originally the palace from this archway to that one. It was built in 1912.
Yeah.
And then in the 70s, they gutted it, put in the arcade, and put us upstairs. Yeah.
Take us on a tour.
Okay.
Show us around.
Welcome in. That used to be my motorbike. I had to sell my motorbike to get the popcorn machine.
Oh, poor old motor. What was the
Yeah.
motorbike?
It was a DR650 dirt bike.
Mm-hmm.
So
You'll have to earn it. The
yeah,
popcorn machine will have to
have
earn
to
it
earn
back.
it back. Yeah, yeah.
What's your favourite movie of the
Um,
last little while?
Oh, the last little
We
while.
got some oldies here as well.
Yeah, these are all from my father's and my collection. Because I was a travelling picture show man for a while, and so I collected them all around Australia.
Mm. You don't look old enough to have done that much.
I did it for 7 years, which was good fun.
Yeah.
So I've been around Australia a few times.
Uh-huh.
Had a ball. Come over here, I'll introduce you to my wife.
Yes.
She's Just going to go and hide.
Doesn't know what we're doing here.
That's a bit from SBS TV.
Hello, Kim. Yes. Hi, I'm Andrew.
Hi there, how are you?
We met Andrew on the street, and oh, you've got a third staff member here.
That's K2.
Who's that?
A ferocious guard cat.
This is the guard cat. Now, I'm very anxious to have a look at the projection room as well as the auditorium. Which is nearer?
Well, the auditorium's in there. We've got a film on at the moment.
Oh, is there?
You can go up if you're quiet. And your camera will work in the dark.
What about the projection room?
Yeah, we can nip up the back, no worries.
Can we look while it's going?
Yeah.
It's not going to...
Yeah, that's no worries.
All right. All right. We'll come back and have a little chat.
Okay. All right. This is Jason, our first employee.
Hello, Jason.
This is a bit antiquated compared to what you see today.
Yeah.
These days they have much smaller machines and all the film's on a platter system. So it's one big plate goes through the machine then onto the plate. Whereas we still use these big reels of film. That's half your film. Half goes on one machine. Halfway through the movie we change over and hopefully no one knows the difference.
Just very quickly, can you just show us through how the projector operates?
Yeah. It's probably better if we come over this one. A bit of light. Okay, what happens is the film comes from the top drum magazine through the drive rollers. Through here, this is where your lens and your light comes through. We've got a big light globe in there, throwing out all the heat and light through here, and that's where you focus to shine your picture, and the film just comes down here, winds on, and like your video at home, you have to after each film you have to rewind it. Fortunately, we've got an electrical winder, so
You don't have to do it manually.
yeah.
Right, okay. Thank you for that.
That's
Now
it.
we can look through there and see the film that's showing. What's the film that's showing?
The film showing at the moment, Stealing Beauty. This is the third week of it. We've had to bring it back because normally we only do 2 weeks of a film. We've had so many people asking and saying, look, bring it back, we missed it. So it's doing really well for us.
Let's go and talk to Kim.
Okay. Let's go downstairs.
See you, Jason. What part of the movie business do you like best?
Watching them, it's better. Watching them, definitely watching them.
Do you get to see them?
Yeah.
But in bits and pieces?
No, I actually have to speak about them on community radio every Saturday morning, so I make sure I see all the films, and that's a bit I like.
So you're,
and go and talk about them.
Did you like films before you met Andrew?
Yeah. Yeah, I've
That's
always
lucky.
liked films. Yeah, I guess so. It sort of all worked out okay.
Yeah. What time demands does it make on you? Sore point, is it?
I don't have a life. I don't have a life.
Friends when they come in.
Yeah.
So you don't have a life now,
No.
but you did have one before.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What sort of things did you like to do?
I was very sporting.
Yes.
As basketball, swimming, whitewater rafting, skiing, all those
All
things.
suddenly come to a full stop.
All those things, yeah. I've become a cinema vegetable.
Let's talk a little bit about Andrew.
Okay.
Tell us. Come and sit here, Andrew, so we can see you. So we can see you. Come and sit here. Now you don't have a life. What's happened to the relationship since you started this business?
She has the office, I have upstairs.
You don't see each other very much either.
No, we do a bit too much more than anything.
Is it, working together can be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good and bad. It's 24 hours, and it has been like that. And when the business is under a lot of stress, it puts your relationship under a lot of stress as well. When things are going fine, it's like everything, I guess.
Like normal life, I suppose. It was lucky though. We had before we got involved in this, we had a road trip from hell together. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong, travelling between Sydney and here.
Did that cause a strain?
Yeah, because I have a very bad temper, and at inanimate objects that I can't control.
Yes.
So
You lost it.
I lost it quite a few times, but it's all right if you give me a bit of room. I'm all right. 5 minutes later, it's okay.
With all of that, do you have now a working relationship here that you can kind of switch into?
No, it's the same. It goes on.
Yeah,
goes on.
Yeah, we can't seem to, like, we've got a lot of friends that are in the similar boat working the business, and they say, oh, they get to a certain spot on the road, and that's it, work shuts off, but we just can't seem to do that.
No, it doesn't. We still talk
Because everything
about it at
revolves
home.
around film. We go home, we watch the SBS movie show, to catch up on what the critics say and what's doing well and what's not, what's coming out.
Yeah, it's not a working relationship, other relationship, it's just the same.
It's just a relationship.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Who's the
we're
boss?
working, we're not. She is.
Sometimes.
She tells me what to do. She tells me to get angry at someone, I do. She tells me to behave, and I try.
And you try.